I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. That's a site with curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read that will help you find work more quickly. This is a video about career management, and one that I think is vitally important for most of you, or almost all of you who are job hunters. I want to say it's also vitally important for all of you who work for organizations. And it's just a question of awareness as to when it will resonate for each of you. If you're employed by a company, you're in the business of doing what they tell you to do. And it becomes a habit that was ingrained when you were much younger and you went to school and your teacher told you what to do. And when you were even younger and your parents told you what to do. And you went to college and a professor told you what to do and when to do it by in order to get grades. And now that you're in the workforce, I don't care if you're a beginner or the most senior person in an organization. Many of you have, most of you, almost all of you have outsourced your thinking to your employer until the point where you say, I've had enough. It's important for each of you to review your career aspirations and how your firm is satisfying them on a regular basis. I want to be clear, I'm not trying to get you to change jobs. I'm trying to get you to think about yourself and your professional needs and aspirations on a regular basis, and not just simply when you're looking for work. Let me give you an example. Many years ago, there was an insurance firm in New York that had a large data center, and they developed their own proprietary programming language. And thus, people who went to work at this large, stable insurance firm worked in a language that no one else in the world used. And this firm tried to tie people into their organization and make it impossible for them to ever change jobs. The result was the firm got what it needed and the employees got hurt for years, hurt for the balance of their career, because although they had done good work, eventually the firm was going to get rid of them as they were once they became too expensive. Thinking of your own career as being in your control, thinking of reviewing where you are every 4 to 6 months. I say 4 to 6 because if I say 4 months, many of you are going to go, oh, much too often. And if I say 6, it really shouldn't be that infrequent. You need to take some time regularly to review where you are now, where you're trying to get to, whether what you're doing now satisfies your aspirations, whether it's time to move on. After all, you are the chief executive of your organization. In my case, that's the Altman organization. Just like the firm that you work for looks out for its needs and will fire you in the drop of a hat if the economy goes south and they have to save money, and that won't have anything to do with your work or your performance. You could be a terrific person, but if they don't need you, you are gone. That's simple. Don't outsource the thinking about your career to a firm. You have to be in charge of it. They can't think for all 200 people, 2,000 people, all 20,000 people, or 200,000 people in their firm. You need to be the one who's looking out for yourself. And don't worry about what other people think. Everyone's got an opinion, and everyone knows better than you what you should be doing and how you should get there. Have some conversations with people. By all means, talk to a coach. Doesn't have to be me. It can be someone else who doesn't have a vested interest in the decision that you make. However, get advice and then sit with it for a while and then make a decision. I'm not talking about sitting with it for months. Sit with it for a little while. Think about it for real, not just simply put it aside and get rid of it, but think about it and then make a choice about whether to recommit for another 4 to 6 months. At the end of the day, you are always better off looking out for your interests and not waiting for that visit to your desk where someone says they want to see you in the conference room. Right now, the economy is good. It won't always be good. More frequently in the future, it will happen. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but at some point. And you want to make sure that you're working in ways that are congruent with your aspirations. Again, your employer should not be in charge of your career. You should. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, I'd love to coach you. Maybe it's coach around a job change, coach around these aspirations. My background was in executive search for more than 40 years, and now I do business life coach. I do career coaching, job search coaching. I help people and organizations play bigger. So if you'd like to reach out to me, email me at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. In the subject line, put the word coaching. Obviously, I don't work for free any more than you do, and I'd love to help you. Hope you have a great day. Take care.